welcome to the Channel 65 Selma News Network. I'm Paige Simmons.
I'm Gordy McKay.
And we have your evening news.
This year, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s Southern Christian Leadership Conference has made Selma, Alabama the focus of its efforts to register black voters in the South and raise awareness for the need of a Voting Rights Act. Alabama Governor George Wallace says that he supports segregation, and the local county sheriff stated that he does not want black people to vote.
As a result, only 2% of Selma's eligible black voters have managed to register. Even now, after the Civil Rights Act of 1964 was passed, efforts made by the Southern Christian Leadership Council and the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee to register black voters have been met with strong resistance in the southern states.
Welcome back to Channel 65 News. My name is Josh.
And my name is Anna.
White segregationists attacked a group of peaceful demonstrators today in Marion, Alabama. Jimmy Lee Jackson, a young African-American protester, was shot and killed by a local policeman. In response to Jackson's death, Martin Luther King Jr. and the Southern Christian Leadership Conference have planned a protest march from Selma to Montgomery.
King has been a leader in the civil rights movement since the 1950s, organizing events such as the Montgomery bus boycott, and has given speeches such as the famous I Have a Dream speech at the march in Washington. He is said to be inspired by his Christian faith and Mahatma Gandhi to pursue forms of peaceful protest rather than violence.
King won the 1964 Nobel Peace Prize and has been serving as the president of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference since 1957. The SCLC is a nonviolent activist group. The SCLC held their first conference in Montgomery in 1957.
Good evening and welcome back to Channel 65 News.
The events that happened just moments ago will go down in history. Today, commonly becoming known as Bloody Sunday, 600 civil rights marchers headed east out of Selma. They got a mere 6 blocks away to the Edmund Pettus Bridge when they were beaten back to Selma by Alabama state troopers using whips, clubs, and tear gas.
25-year-old John Lewis, the leader of this attempt at the march, has been badly beaten and is currently suffering with a fractured skull. Lewis is the chairman of Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, freedom rider, speaker at the 1963 March in Washington, and is responsible for organizing several sit-ins.
Regarding our last live broadcast of Bloody Sunday, we have received words that many Americans are enraged, and civil rights and religious leaders of all faith have come to Selma in protest.
We're speculating that with Martin Luther King's Nobel Peace Prize win in 1964, his high profile will help draw international attention to Selma and these events.
Welcome back to Channel 65 News. Another attempt has been made at the march from Selma to Montgomery, only to be turned around again by state troopers blocking the road.
Breaking news. We have just received a word that a group of segregationists beat a white minister, a protester, to death. Governor George Wallace has also been attempting to prevent the march, saying he will not protect the demonstrators. President Lyndon B. Johnson has officially backed up the marchers and is lobbying the passage of a new voting rights legislation that he has introduced to Congress.
Welcome back. Today, roughly 2,000 people set out on the march from Selma to Montgomery for the third time. They are currently being protected by U.S. Army troops and Alabama National Guard forces that President Johnson has ordered under federal control. We'll keep you updated as the march progresses.
After 3 long days of marching around the clock and sleeping in fields along the way, the 2,000 marchers finally reached their goal and marched into Montgomery.
As the protesters marched, they sang, "Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on, hold on. I've never been to heaven, but I think I'm right. You won't find George Wallace anywhere in sight." Currently, 50,000 supporters, black and white, have gathered in front of the state capitol to hear Martin Luther King speak. Here we have a live feed from the speech.
Today I want to tell the city of Selma. Today I want to say the state of Alabama. Today I want to say the people of America and the nations of the world that we are not to turn around. We are to move now. Yes, we are on the move, and no wave of racism can stop us. We are on the move now. The burning of our churches will not deter us. The bombing of our homes will not dissuade us. We are on the move now. The beating and killing of our clergymen and young people will not divert us. We are on the move now. The wanton release of their known murderers would not discourage us. And we are on the move now, like an idea whose time has come. Not even the marching of mighty armies can halt us. We are moving to the land of freedom.
Welcome back to Selma News 65 Network. My name's Anna,
My name's Josh.
and we're back here with some more breaking news. The goal of the protesters of the Selma to Montgomery march earlier this year has finally been realized.
The Voting Rights Act has been passed today, guaranteeing the right to vote to African Americans and banning the requirement of literacy tests in order to vote. This act is set to inspire many young African Americans and hopefully lead to more African American politicians.